welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I just want to say thank you for joining. As you guys know, my name is Abigail. I am a Broward College nursing student, and guess what, y'all girl made it through ortho. So I'm in my last semester, which is my fifth semester of nursing school, and I know I'm gonna make it through that too, so with the grace of God. So I know it's been like a while. I haven't done any recording in ortho, none at all, because ortho is like, it's a heavy load. But not only that, like when I tell you the devil was throwing stone at your girl, I mean, he was like this, boom, 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 boom. But I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, like God has brought me through it. When God is for you, who can be against you? And when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes. Yeah, y'all know y'all girl ain't no singer. I'm finna be a nurse, not a singer. So take what I give y'all. But y'all know that in everything we do, we gotta give praises to God. Like, I'm not even capping on that. Like, if it wasn't for the grace of God, I feel like I'd have just dropped this class. Like, it's not even the class. It's just like, since I've been in nursing school, like I've never seen my personal life try to like take over, where I was like, oh my God, I should just quit this semester and probably skip out a semester and get it together and then start back again. But it never happened, and God pushed me through it. Thank God for good friends in nursing school. Thank God for good family members. Thank God for my boyfriend. Shout out to you. And thank God for, like, as I said, my family. They're very supportive. I have like friends that they knew what I was going through in nursing school, and they're like, I got you, girl, I got you. But don't worry, we'll go down into it. I'll tell y'all what happened. I'll tell y'all what happened to me, and y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know, whenever life give you lemon, you make lemonade with it. Show life like, hey, listen, God is for me. Who can be against me? You feel me? So so for real though, like God is really for me, and God is was really working for me. He still is, because I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm well. I cannot even complain. So yeah, let's talk about ortho neuro. Let y'all girl tell y'all. So my ortho neuro, my professor, we all know I had him already, so I was familiar with him. He taught me GIGU, so it's like, it wasn't like a new environment. Pretty much, I knew how to approach him, how, like, his work, his study was kind of different from GIGU, because with GIGU, what I think had happened, I think we didn't understood how to study. But my Pete's professor, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even capping, my Pete's professor, she taught me how to really read and understand my notes, and how to evolve from there. So I just kind of bring that same strategy to ortho neuro, and it really helped me. GIGU, I was just trying to stuff in my brain just to like get by the class, because I really didn't understand. As I said, the material was new, everything was new. But my professor, I know I told you guys about him. I'm gonna just give a little review about him. I don't think I could call his name. I'm not sure if that's illegal or not, but I'm not gonna call it. So if y'all go to Broward College now, y'all know who the GIGU professor is and the ortho neuro professor is. Just ask who was the professor for this semester, okay? Because I don't want to get in no trouble calling no name. But my professor, he's so humble. He's so humble. The thing he tell you from day one, like, this is it with him. You gotta be respectful, and you gotta be honest. Like, being respectful and honest, like, can bring you through that class. I'm not even gonna lie. You have to do your work, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, if you're respectful and honest, I think not even just in that class, but throughout life itself, it will definitely push you further. Like, because I doubt nobody like a liar. I hate a person who's a liar. I hate a person who's dishonest. Just speak the truth. Like, nobody gonna kill you. What can you get then? I mean, everything you do that's wrong in life, there is a consequence for it. So just speak the truth and just face up to your consequence that you have to face up. So as I said, my professor, pretty much, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, his teaching style and strategy from GIGU is like way up. Like, he explains more. He's really good. Like, now, like when I say explain, like we'll break it down, the why is this happening, why this shouldn't be happening, stuff like that. So it makes you understand more like what it is about. But in order for you to understand, y'all know you have to read before you go to the class, because then it's gonna be like I'm speaking Spanish to you but you never heard Spanish before. So my technique was I always read before the class begin, so that way I have an understanding. And if I don't get to read everything, I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch like a little video and get an idea of what it's talking about. And then I'll just try to read the patho from the book. And reading the patho allows me to understand what the book is actually, what's next, because patho is the foundation. For example, that rheumatoid arthritis, it is an autoimmune disease that pretty much it affects the joint. So when we say it affects the joints, what happened, it's like it's kind of tearing away the joint or eroding the joint. So pretty much if something is eroding the joint in your body, you already know that a sign of symptoms is pain. You already know that your joints are being eroded. That's stiffness, so that it could affect multiple organ in your body. It's an autoimmune disease. So as I was saying, like I kind of just watch a video, read the patho if I don't get to read the whole thing, and then it makes more sense to go there. Because I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes you won't be able to like finish reading everything and knowing everything, but at least having a head start would be great for you. Yeah. So as I was saying, right, what I found out it on TikTok. So in the night we're going to our bed, we would normally just be on TikTok or scrolling through social media. So here what, take my foolish advice, okay? Get off TikTok. That's where I found the information on anyway. But get off TikTok, get off Instagram. It will be there when we graduate, okay? It will still be there. Or if you're even going on it to refresh your mind, take a 15, go on it, but make sure you set your alarm to come off. Honestly, I'm so disciplined with that. I'm gonna come off. So what I learned on TikTok, I learned that you could go on Google, type in the name of the book. So my book that I use is the Lewis Medical Surgical book. Type in the topic and the chapter. So for example, say CVA is chapter 50, I would go in and I would type it. When I type it in, I would get a few of them. I would just scroll, see which, like just have a feel of which one I like. But then what I would do next is I would go ahead and while I'm there, before I fall asleep, and scroll, and then for example, I would not just to do questions. They're good questions that helps you with like rational, making you understand stuff. But what I did was I literally just use those Quizlet, and I would pretty much like I would play a game with myself. So for example, say I see thrombotic stroke, right? Say I see thrombotic stroke, I started asking myself, what is thrombotic stroke again? And I would say, okay, it's the narrowing. I would say, okay, what are the signs of, I would create like mnemonics in my head, which helped me to remember. So I'll say, okay, if the person has a right-sided stroke, they're gonna pretty much be very impulsive. They're gonna act like they're right. They're so right, they know what they're doing, but really truly they don't. So they're already at risk for fall, because if you think you could get up and you can't get up, sis, you're at risk for fall. So it's like I think like that. But what I do when I go through those Quizlet, that's how I kind of play a little mind game with my mind. And I'm not even gonna lie, it really helps me. There's also this thing that I found, but I mean, to be honest, I be making my own concept map when I'm dumb, like what do they call it, like dumb writing or something, I'm not sure. I would just be sitting here and a topic came to my head. I'll grab a pen or grab my iPad and I'll just start writing about the topic. What can you remember about this topic? What can I remember? And I'll just start writing about it. So those are two things that I was very helpful for me in ortho, where when it comes to like studying and taking my notes. Y'all know me, I'm gonna study. So the thing is, I start a nurse extern position, so I don't be getting to like relaxing at home or going to the library for like 10 hours a day anymore. It doesn't work like that for me. But what I do is I would go to work. For example, work starts at 7 p.m. I would go to work and I would sit in my car from 5 p.m. I would read for 2 hours. I get 30 minutes lunch break. I do Quizlet on my 30-minute lunch break, or I would do something called adaptive quizzing that comes with my book. So it kind of help you to see how well you're understanding the chapter. It's not graded or anything. It's just something I bought that helped me personally. So that's what I do. I do adaptive quizzing within my 30-minute break. So that's 2 hours. When I get off, I would come home, I would sleep, and then I would sleep for like 5 hours. And say I reach home like 8, I would get up at like 1 o'clock, and then at 1 I would like go to the library. But to be honest, I don't work every night. I don't work 3 days a week. I only work 2 shifts per week. And when I do have an exam, like for example, I would work 2 shifts this week, right? But if my exam wouldn't be till the other week, so I would work 2 shifts this week, one day the week before my exam, and then on the day of my exam I would do 2 shifts for that week, if you get what I'm saying. So every day I do an exam, I go to work after the exam. As I said, I do have a nurse externship position, which is awesome. I'm gonna have to tell you guys about that later too. But that's how I just try to fit everything in, to just get by, because it's not like I'm free anymore. And this nurse extern position is really been amazing. So it's like I don't want to lose my place, so I try to like keep up. I'm in cardio now. I really don't know how it's gonna go because summer is only basically 5 weeks, so it's like a fast pace. So y'all will not be hearing from me either, but don't worry, y'all girl got y'all when I'm finished. Another thing I did was I saw it on TikTok also, where I went on like Google and I would type in ATI concept maps, the topic name. So say I'm doing gout, right? I would type in gout ATI concept maps, and I would see they have some from like other school that they pretty much write from their ATI rational, because at my school we don't do ATI. So I mean, every information is good information, right? So I'll just take it and I would just just read through it. I'm not gonna let that stuck in my head, but because I know my professor is coming from my book, so I try to pretty much just for an additional little knowledge or understanding. I do when I'm reading though. When I'm reading, I pretty much, it's a lot to write. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. These fingers, I can't do the whole writing notes. So what I do with my notes is I would copy and paste some, or some I would change in my own words, like the ones that needs to be copied can copy and paste, and then some of them I just type it out in my own word. Once I put it on my paper, and I make my notes, I go back and I review and I reread at least 3 times what I just wrote for that one paragraph. And I'm gonna do a video too where I show you guys how I take my notes, so you guys could have an understanding, because trust me, from when I was in peds, I heard my professor voice in my head. She said, stop rewriting the book. You don't need to rewrite the book. What you need to do is rewrite what you understood that what the book is saying. So pretty much that's how I started thinking. So if the paragraph is like this, y'all believe my notes is probably like this. I swear to you. So I just sum up everything and write what I understood from it. And then, as I said, sometimes I copy and paste, sometimes I retyped it. But for my little concept maps, though, I really be writing. Yeah, also what I did, how I take my notes is, when our professor give us the PowerPoint, what I do, I put the PowerPoints in outline in Microsoft Word. Like I do it in an outline, and then once I get it in an outline, I would kind of convert that PDF with the outline. I'm gonna have to probably show you guys that too. I have a lot to show you. So what I do is, like, when you're printing your work, right? On that printer paper, on that printing paper on the computer, you're gonna see where it says print. I have a MacBook, so I would like print PDF. So I would like click on where it says export as PDF, and I would export it as PDF. And then on my Mac, I would right click and convert it to Word. So I'd make space under my outline, so when I'm making my notes, I make my notes on that same PDF PowerPoint, and just like jot in the important information that's needed, like kind of fill out the PowerPoint or expand the PowerPoint. So that's what I did for ortho. And then when I go to class now, whatever my professor is saying, I would just, whatever I miss or I didn't get, I would highlight with a different color of what he's saying, and I would write whatever I think is extra that I probably missed, or so that's how I had actually taken my notes for ortho. As I mentioned, it's the same old video. The same nurse Sarah. She's very good with burns. She break down burns like it's a baby. It's the same simple nursing. It's the same level up RN. It's the same Nexus nursing. The same people I be using. It's no different. And let's not forget my osmosis. Every night, every day before the exam, I try not to read anything. I just go, I watch osmosis videos, because it's with Elsevier. And I would after watching the osmosis videos, I would go ahead and dumb write what I remember about the topic like the evening before, and then I would just practice question. People keep asking me, where do I get practice question? Most of my questions that I practice are from Quizlet. And if I go on Quizlet and I like I'm answering the question and my answer doesn't match with the person answer, you better believe I'm going back to my book to look to see what my book is saying, because guess what, I'm gonna trust that Bible over there. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna call one of my friends. I'm like, I have this question, what do you think is the answer? And they'd be like, I think C is the answer. I was like, why did you pick C? Why do you think C is the answer? So like, pretty much that's it. But I'm not even gonna lie, like I really have some good friends in nursing school. I can't take that. Like, God has blessed me with them, where I could pick up the phone 9-10 o'clock in the night. I was like, hey, you sleeping, girl? You sleeping, Chanel? You sleeping, Wilda? You sleeping? Like, like stuff like that. I'll be like, I need explanation on this. Explain this to me. What do you think this is about? Stuff like that. Because as I said, everybody have to work. Everybody have kids. So it's like, it's not like before, especially me who was always free. It's not like that again for me. So, normally I used to have like a big group that we used to meet up and study. It's not like that anymore either, because trust me, like everybody have everything to do. So that was how I study for ortho neuro. As I said, Quizlet is the beast. Like, you will get your rationals understanding from it, and then you could go in your exam and take out. You're not the answer, because, for example, say you get something on arthritis. When you look on arthritis, it's like osteoarthritis. So say you get something on osteoarthritis. When you get it, it says that, it affects the heart. You could have a stroke. You already know that's a lie, because osteoarthritis does not affect internal organ. That would be rheumatoid arthritis. So it's like, you're able to like get from the rationals, but you have to read first before you understand. For example, somebody with pressure injury, that for pressure injury, if it's if it's like in this stage 1 stage, you know that is the epidermis. Stage 2 is the dermis. Stage 3 is the subcutaneous fat, and stage 4 would go down to the muscle and bone. And it's the same thing with burns. So that's what I do. I kind of like combine my work to try to make my life easier. And as I said, I try to make like mnemonics. I remember I made I'm a crazy person. Like my friends will tell y'all, like I'd be like, if the patient is conscious, you would do ABC, because I can deal with you. You're alert, you're orientated, I can airway, breathing, circulation. I can deal with that. But if you're unconscious, then it's CAB, circulation, airway, then breathing. Here's how I come up with this. So before nursing school, I used to go out and stuff like that. So, for example, say you go out, you drink a little, you're not going to drive home, right? Because you're not conscious to drive home. So you have to take a cab because you're not able to drive your car home. So if you didn't drink and you're sober, you can drive home. So that's easy, ABC. So I always remember cab if the person is unconscious or are pretty much just knocked out, basically. So that's how I really study for ortho neuro. So let me tell y'all about how the devil tried to get y'all, girl, but God was good. So in ortho neuro, y'all know in South Florida there has been a big rain, right? And it caused flooding and all of that. So honestly, I was one of the victims to where my car got damaged because I was coming from school the evening and the rain was falling, and I drove through some water, and for some reason the water got up in my engine. You know how insurance is. I have this insurance. They're really some nasty insurance. If y'all want to know, if y'all want to know the name, I don't want nobody to sue me because y'all know I'm broke. But if y'all want to know the name, y'all just let me. I'll let y'all know the name of the insurance company. Never ever get that insurance company. They're wicked. So the guy was like, oh, so they spin me around for like a month. First, when the lady came, she was like, oh, I've seen water up in the car, I've seen any air filter, but I didn't see any in the engine. So I was like, then why is the car not moving? Like, I'm not dumb, right? I don't know much about cars, but I know that if you change my air filter, that won't let the car start running. So anyway, she wrote me a quote in the even for $45 saying I should go change the air filter. I was like, this is not making no sense at all. So what I did next was I was like, okay, let me call these people back because you really tell me now. You really playing with my intelligence right now. So I called them back. They were like, oh, we're gonna send out another one. The first adjuster said they didn't see anything. So the first adjuster was like, they didn't see anything. So what you need to do is you need to bring the car to a shop, get it towed to a shop, and we will take care of it from there. I towed the car to Ian's Auto Body. I want to say shout out to him. He's an awesome mechanic. Y'all let me pull up the address for you, because if you live in South Florida and you need your car fixed, when I told you that man is so professional, I'm not even capping. I'm not even like he is so professional. He is to the T of everything, and he let you know everything straight up. And if he tell you your car is gonna be ready Monday, trust me, your car is fixed on Sunday, and you're only supposed to pick it up on Monday. So I want to say shout out to Ian Auto Sales. I'm gonna give y'all the address. I'm gonna Google it. It's located in Margate, Florida. So y'all make sure y'all hit him up. Let me Google it and give y'all the information and the phone number. So y'all know I don't be promoting people business because I don't be getting paid for the promotion. But I'm gonna tell y'all, that mechanic, oh my God, like God bless his heart. Like he was honest, understanding, always answering me. He knows I don't know anything much about car, but he's always really coming through for me. So it's Ian, and Iyanai Auto Sales and Repair, and it's located at 2130 Mears Parkway, Margate, Florida. The zip code is 33063, United States. The phone number that's on Google for him is 954 586-4308. When I tell you guys, when you have any problems with your car, don't worry about being overcharged. Don't worry about any of that. He's the most honest person I know. It's like he's so understanding, like, you know. So I just want to say shout out to Ian Auto again. You know, I really appreciate everything you've done for me and to give me back my girl. Shout out Ian. Shout out. Let's give it a clap for Ian. Period. So yeah, so as I was saying, back to it now. With the insurance, what they did to me, they basically, like, they're like, okay, they were just bringing me on a circle. So like 30 days come and I call and speak with a manager and something. Once I get up, they're like, oh, we're gonna send out somebody else to come take a look at the car, because the first person didn't know what they were doing. That's what they said to me over the phone. They send out somebody else before that person even come to look at the car, right? Before they came to look at the car, they already sent me a quote that my case is closed. They're not gonna fix my car because I drove through flooded areas. So I'm looking like, hold on. So the rain is falling and I was supposed to get out of my car, put the car on top of my head and walk in the rain home, because what else should I do? There was no other way to get home. The 2 street was like, the rain was falling very heavy. What should I have done? You know, so they didn't fix my car. I just dropped that insurance company right away because I'm like, no, y'all are a trip. So I ended up, like, my family really stepped in for me, my boyfriend, my family, my aunt, you know, every family. I have my family and my friends that really stepped in for me throughout the whole time. My friends in nursing school, like, they didn't leave me. They were like, hey girl, you need a ride. Chanel, big up yourself. Big up my Trinidadian friend, yo. My friend Tanisha, big up yourself. You know, Tanisha, every morning she would come pick me up, bring me to school. Chanel, every clinical she would drop me home. You know, pretty much stuff like that. My friend Charlene, Alicia, they're like, girl, listen, if you need a ride, do not hesitate to call. And I have to say, big up my cousin. Like, she literally, even though I didn't really need it, because as I said, my friends were going to school, so like I didn't want to put my cousin out of the way. But when I told you she dropped me to work, Janelle, oh my god, I love that girl so much. Oh my god. Y'all gonna see her in a green suit at my graduation. I swear to god, that girl buy her suit already, so y'all know I have to graduate because she needs to wear it. Homegirl really buy herself a red bottom and a green suit, and y'all, I promise y'all gonna see her in that green suit and that red bottom at my graduation. I'll post the picture, show y'all. She is dangerous, but you know, it ain't nothing but love. Like, you know, she really been one of my biggest supporter also. I mean, all my family, to be honest, have been like supportive throughout this journey. But when I tell you all, everybody around me came through for me. They really came through for me, and I have to just say thank God. Thanks everyone. Like, I know there's a lot of people who offered to help, who gave me rides without me asking. Because I'm that kind of person, I'm not gonna ask you. I'd rather just call an Uber, even if you're standing right there with me. But people who really came through for me, like, you know, who weren't able to like give me rides, they'd be like, hey, it's not much, but help this with your car, you know. Pretty much I have like aunts, I have friends, like everybody who comes in and really did good for me, and I'm really grateful. My boyfriend, you know, y'all know he always got my back. Like, y'all know he always got my back. I always say I don't want to get married, but I think I'm gonna get married. Yeah, I'm gonna take that thought out of his head, because I always say I don't want to get married, because I've been married before but it didn't work out. So I was like, whatever, I don't want to get married again. So, you know, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for all the help that I've received in the time that I needed the most. But let me tell y'all, even though I had all of that support and I had all of that help, the day that those people told me that they were not gonna fix my car, let me tell y'all, I did not know where to turn. I came home from work the morning, I took a shower, and I came right here on my bed, and I hold baby Jax. This is baby Jax. And when I told y'all girl was in tears in here, like some real tears. I was crying. I couldn't stop crying. I was like, I was just laying down the whole day. I turned my phone off. I wasn't talking to nobody. And it's so funny how I wasn't talking to nobody, and I just shut down for the whole day. And then, like, my family, they know me. They know when I'm like, I need a day or two to get over stuff, and then I'll come back around. It's so funny because in the evening I got ice, because remember my friends, they knew where I live. Due to them dropping me and picking me up, my friends, they surprised me with Uber Eats with ice cream because they know I love ice cream. And then after that, but I didn't even know, because like my other friend came and she picked me up and she was like, let's go walk the beach, because I've never seen you like this. You're always just happy and jovial, and I've never get to see this side of you, and I really don't like it. So let's go walk the beach, because they know I love the beach. So by the time I turn my phone on, when I look, I see all missed calls from my cousins, my mom, everybody just calling me. And then I had to return everybody's call and just let them know I'm okay. I just needed like the day to take a break after I came back from the beach. And I felt better. As I said, it's not that I didn't have support, because I know if I'd call my dad, I would say, Daddy, my car is broken, and whatever, he would come through. If I'd call my granddad, he would come through. If I call any one of my uncles, they would come through. If I call any one of my cousins, they're gonna come through. If I call any one of my friends, they're gonna come through. Like, it's not the fact that I didn't have the support. I just feel so pressured having to like stuff all of this in my brain. Feel like I'm with an insurance company for 4 years. I've never made a claim. I've never done anything. All you do is take my money, and the one time I asked you for help, you didn't help me. Like, I feel like that insurance company stabbed me in my back, and I just move on. That's just how life is, and like, give you lemonade, you make lemonade. And at that point I was like, oh my god, I'm still paying for my car. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to pay the bank off anyway. And my boyfriend and I, we decided, hey, let's fix a car. And then once we get it fixed, we will we continue to pay for it, and then we'll see how we move forward. And as I said, if I don't call anyone's name or saying, or pretty much I am really sorry. Like, I'm in the mode talking, I'm talking live. I really don't have any script written down. I just could remember who come to the top of my head. But I want to say, y'all, thank you. I am very and sincerely grateful for everyone who is in my corner and was in my corner when I needed you guys the most. Because trust me, when I was even saying, I remember I get up the morning, I was saying to my friend, I was like, I feel like I'd drop this semester. Even though I was passing the class and everything, I was like, I just want to drop this semester. Like, just drop it and just come back next semester after I figure some stuff out. And she was like, I don't know what side of the bed you sleep on, but whatever side of the bed you sleep on last night, you better roll over and don't go back over there, because you must be losing your mind. And we both burst out a laugh, and I was like, I needed that. I needed that. But as I said, I've never felt so overwhelmed. When my car got broken, I feel like, as I said, you guys know I've had a heartbreak before. I feel like somebody walked out on me. Like, you really dishonest and disloyal to me at this point. But it wasn't really the car, it was the rain. So I really didn't know who to blame. But I feel like somebody broke my heart. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna cap about that. So yeah, that was the struggles I faced in ortho neuro. I'm moving on to cardio. You guys know I start reading already before the class even start. I'm practicing math. I'm doing my thing, and I'm just asking God to just favor me. 2 more classes to go. Just favor me, dear Lord. Just favor me. Just favor me, dear Lord. Just favor me, please. Not just me, but everybody around me. Everybody, you say everything attached to me win, right? everything attached to me win. So all my friends, I just want God to favor us, because trust me, like, I've never failed a class before, and I really don't want to know how it feels to fail one. I swear to y'all, I really don't, because when I see people crying and, like, you know, you give up so much for this, and for you to, like, you know, just like have to do it all over again after all of that hard work you put in, it's really hard. Like, I have friends that, you know, are going through it the same thing. They're like, it's all right, it's such is life. I understand such is life, and you have to move forward. But when I told you, I feel like I take up the problem on my head, because I feel like it's me. Like, I'm not just asking God, just grant me favor over favor over favor over favor over favor. You know, and I want to say big up to all of my friends who pretty much give me like little tips and tricks, you know, pretty much, even if they have a little, like, a little tricky thing that can help you to understand something better, like, you know, I'm just grateful for everybody around me. I'm gonna really be honest. I'm very grateful for all of my friends and my family, and I cannot thank you all enough for all you guys have done for me and the support you guys have shown me. We're at the finish line, and I'm praying to God we just finish strong. So that is it. That was ortho. That was everything I've been through for ortho. I didn't talk about clinical. Let me chop it up in 5 minutes. So for my ortho clinical, I don't know, I be getting these nice professors. My professor, she's amazing. She is really amazing. I even have a video with some of my clinical people, not everybody, because, you know, I did ask if it was okay to attach it to my YouTube. I did ask if it's okay to attach it to my YouTube, where I made a little video with everyone. I didn't put my professor in the video because she was doing eval. We were just sitting outside, so you guys will be able to see some of my clinical mates. Pretty much is the same thing, where you have to dress like how you should dress. Your hair cannot be like this, you cannot have this color here. You have to pretty much be in order for clinical. You know, my professor, she taught us a lot of real life stuff. Like, for example, she taught me that pretty much when you're given medication and you have a LASIK to give the LASIK last. She taught us some real life situation. If you're ever in the situation, this is what you need to do. That is what you need to do. I want to say shout out to her. She's amazing. She's so nice. I've never had her before. I think she used to teach at the school, but she came back. So I hope these children, or I would say student or young adults, when we go to clinical, we don't try to take advantage of stuff like that, because, you know, you don't want to lose the opportunity to not feel intimidated. Like, you know, to pretty much, I gave report like bloop, bloop. I gave my meds passed down like bloop, bloop. So everything was like bloop, bloop for me, because, you know, her demeanor is just so calm. She's just so respectful. I mean, she's like Professor Panicker and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but you know, she pretty much, like, she's awesome. We can't take that from her. All of my professors are awesome, don't get me wrong, in their own way, because, you know, everyone teaching style is different. But when I told you, like, you know, you're not feeling intimidated, you go ahead and you give what you need to give, how you need to give it. So I want to say thank you guys for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. Please, 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 please don't watch my video without liking it and subscribing. Please, I'm getting the views, but I need some subscribers. Come on, please. All right, so that is it. I'm gonna go read my book now, and I have another couple hours to read. What time is it now? It's 3:14. I gotta go read till like 7 o'clock. So it was a pleasure, and I'll tell you guys more about cardio. I'll still upload some math, but right now, as I said, this class is only 5 weeks, so I'm trying to really focus on myself and trying to get through it. Okay, peace. Thank you guys. Come, it's not even a picture. Look at him. That's Laura. Oh, the Instagrammer. Oh, Martine. I don't know if she wanna be here. I don't want her to sue me. Felix, go. Go.